The sun had long since set over El Tegrito, the Anzoátegui state located in the east of Venezuela. Yet the oppressive warmth of the July heatwave lingered, clinging to the skin like a second layer. In the southern outskirts of the city, in the Zona Industrial San Jose de Guanipa, the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. Distant barks from stray dogs intermingled with the blare of police sirens and the sharp staccato of gunfire. El Tegrito might not have been as dangerous as Caracas, some 500 kilometers northwest, but it was no stranger to violence. Trouble hung heavy in the air, like a silent, unseen energy prickling the skin and raising the hairs on the back of one's neck. This was not merely a place where threats lurked in the shadows. It was where danger was the rule, not the exception. At the heart of Zona Industrial stood a multi-story car park, a looming concrete relic of urban brutalism. Built in the early 80s, it was now showing signs of neglect. Weeds sprouted through the cracks in the asphalt, and every available surface was adorned with the splattered colors of gang signs and graffiti. Now no longer used as a car park, the imposing structure lay all but forgotten by the city, yet not by those who thrived in the darkness. Once a month, this venue transformed into the epicenter for all that was corrupt and sinister in El Tegrito. It was a place where deals were made and lives were traded, where the currency was not just money, but power, loyalty, and often betrayal. There were no vehicles on site, however, this evening. Those attending the venue knew to park some distance away and walk the rest. That was one of the rules: no cars. There were few other rules. People came on foot, some left on stretchers or carried out by their cronies, others left in body bags. At the main entrance, 2 men stood guard, their bulky frames and stern expressions acting as silent warnings, informing those who approached to treat them with respect. The assault rifles slung over their shoulders only emphasized the point. These men were the gatekeepers of this underworld, collecting tickets and removing those they suspected as being troublemakers, their vigilant eyes scanning each arrival in turn. The local cops wouldn't dare venture here, but these men were not just warding off law enforcement. They were on the lookout for those carrying weapons or grudges for rival gangs, and those who sought to conduct business without the proper authorization. In this charged atmosphere, a man and a woman approached the entrance, their arrival eliciting an immediate reaction from the 2 guards who snapped to attention, their hands darting to their heads in sharp salutes. "Lieutenant Perosa, welcome to El Campo de Batalla," greeted one guard. "We are graced with your presence this evening." No one knew if Victor Perosa was a genuine lieutenant, or where he might have earned such a distinction if he were one. Yet he was granted the title by all who knew and feared him, which were often the same people. To know Victor Perosa was to be afraid of him. He was unpredictable, cruel, with a vicious streak that often bubbled up out of nowhere. Tonight, however, he dismissed the guards' formal introductions with a smile and a wave of his hand. Although he loved being saluted and would have had their heads if they hadn't done so, he liked to play it down, especially when entertaining a lady. Tall and good-looking, Perosa exuded an air of natural authority mixed with street-smart swagger. His skin was weathered, telling of years spent under the harsh sun, but he was still ruggedly handsome, with deep-set eyes that were sharp and calculating. His thick, glossy hair, now peppered with gray, was combed back from his face in a slight quiff, giving him the look of an aging matinee idol. A dark, well-fitted suit clung to his frame, the sleeves rolled up to reveal forearms covered with scars and faded tattoos, most of them done in prison using a razor blade and a mixture of ash, shampoo, and styrofoam.